developers, engineers, design engineers, many composer environment. We already have the composer environment. We need to set up the GitHub and we need to set up the cloud build trigger, right? So I'm going to tell you this final step, sir. What is this CICD? What is this CICD? So assume that. So every company, what is usually happens when you are working in the company, so for every company, so if you take any company or any project, for every project, that project code, the source code, the developers in the project, there will be a plenty of developers will be there, data engineers, software developers, engineers, design engineers, many things. Every project will have a developers. So developers usually develop their code. So developers usually what they do is that they develop the code. So in every project, there will be a developers will be there. Developers will develop the code. These code, usually they don't keep it in any machine, because if that machine is gone, that entire work is gone, right? They don't keep this entire code in any of the single machine, because if they keep it in the machine, if that machine is gone, if that laptop is gone, then the entire code is gone. So that's the reason what they do. They try to store this on a source code management tools. They try to store this entire source code. This is what we call it a source code. For that one, they usually store it on the tools like GitHub. GitHub, what is GitHub, sir? Sir, GitHub is a source code management tool. Source code management tool. Management tool. It is usually available over the cloud. It is on the cloud only. So that's all. So source code management tool. So GitHub is a source code management tool. So whatever the code that you are developing, whatever the source code that you have developed so far, we developed your bqdag.py, right, sir? bqdags, all the dags, maybe I'll say dags, sir, all the PySpark jobs, all the PySpark jobs, all the BQ jobs, BQ SQL queries, SQL jobs, BQ SQL jobs, or if you have Python jobs, entire any code, all the Python code, everything they put it in the GitHub only. They put it for this only for the project. Every project has their own Git repository. For every project, they have their own Git repository. So they create some kind of a repository and they store the code here. In the GitHub, they create some repository. Repository is nothing but what, sir? Repository is nothing but your repository. So repository is nothing but a location where you store. A repository is nothing but a storage location where your code is getting stored. It's like a container. It is a container to store your code or keep your code. So in the GitHub, what they do, they try to create one repository in the GitHub. Sir, in the GitHub, they try to create the repository, and in the repository, they store the DAGs, PySpark jobs, all the code. This is entire code will be available here. Okay, so now assume that you have joined in one of the in this particular project. You have joined in this particular project. This is you. So what you do, sir, you have your own laptop. From the laptop, you use any of the code editors. You use any of the code editors. Use any of the code editors, and you clone this repository to your local machine. This is what we do, sir. Right? So this is very much important step, guys, you do. Right? So this is what is something that I'm telling you, very, very important step. Maybe you clone the repository. I try to mention it here. Clone the repository to my local machine. So this is what you do. So assume that you as a person, you joined in the project, guys. You as a person, you joined in the project today only. You as a person, you joined in the company today only. So what usually happens here, they say is that, hey, we are working in this particular project where our entire source code is available over the GitHub. Our entire source code is available over where, sir? Our entire source code is available over the GitHub. So from this GitHub only, the code will be deployed on the Airflow. They say is that, hey, in our GitHub, we have the entire code. From this GitHub repository only, the code will be deployed. The code will be deployed. The code will be deployed on the Airflow. So this is what is your Airflow. Nothing but Composer, right? Composer. So Composer is a workflow orchestration tool. So your DAGs are running here. That is bqdag will run here. So when bqdag is running, it will run the bronze. It will run the bronze. It will run the bronze. It will run the silver. It will run the gold. It will run the gold. Similarly, when the PySpark is running, it will do the retailer, it will do the supplier, and it will do the customer reviews also. Okay, so this is what it is happening. So in the composer, all of these DAGs are running. So if it is running, you will be having a green color. If it is running successfully, then it is a green color. If it is failed, then it will be a red color. If it is failed, it will be a red color. So this is how in the composer these tags are running. So how this code is coming, from where this code is coming from? The code is coming from the GitHub repository. The code is coming from the GitHub repository. But this code has to be come to where, sir? This code has to come to the DAG folder. You know already. If the code is there in the DAG folder only, then automatically the scheduler will pick up the code. So now when the GitHub is running, so when someone is pushing the code to the repository, the code will be deployed to the DAG folder. Once the code is available in this DAG folder, Airflow will start running this code and it will execute the code. It will execute the code. If the code is having any errors, it will throw red color. If anything goes good, then it will be green color. Right? So this is what. Right now, this is what. Now, sir, how the developers will take the code and develop the code and push it. Right? So how the developers will do, sir? Now assume that one of the guy, you joined in the company and they have given you the laptop to you. What they say, hey, we have a GitHub repository and we have a CICD platform, and our code will be deployed to the composer, so that in the composer the entire code will be updated and our jobs are running smoothly in the composer every day. This is what they say. Now what you will do, hey, I have my manager also, they might have given you some task, right? So they assigned you the task. What you have to do, you have to go to your laptop, take any kind of a code editor. Maybe most commonly used is Visual Studio Code, guys. VS Code, Visual Studio Code, they will use VS Code, and go to that. You take this entire repository and clone it to your local machine. You take the entire repository and clone it to your local machine. That means that entire code is available to you in the local machine. Wherever you wanted to edit it, edit the code. If you wanted to add new code, edit the existing code, edit it, save it. Once you save it, pull the code, pull the recent changes, and then push it. So this is what you have to do. Okay, this is what you have to do, sir. This is what is something that push is nothing but commit and push. You have to provide the commit also. I forgot it. You have to commit message and then push it. So this is what you have to do, sir. So this is what you have to do. Okay, so what they say, some task they have assigned it to you, right? So what do? You go to, sir, they say your repository is this one. I'll try to show you the repository, guys, to you. I try to show you the repository. So the repository for ours is, I think I've pasted the repository, but I'll share you the repository one more time later. This one, GCP retailer project is the repository. They say that, hey, this is how you open the code editor newly, Visual Studio Code. So you wanted to clone this repository your local machine, you click on clone git repository. You have it here. You see, clone git repository, click on it here. And you paste the URL which you have copied. You paste the URL here and click on enter. You click on enter and then click on this tab. Somewhere you try to do it. So I'm going to go and do it here in the delete. Somewhere, some location you select it and select that as a clone that repository. That means you are cloning that to your local machine. That means cloning is nothing but a separate copy of that will be created. So would you like to open the cloned repository? Yes, I wanted to open it. I say that repository will be opened here. See the entire folders, data, utilities, workflows, everything is here. BQ, everything, whatever the code which they have developed so far, that entire code is here. Okay, so you wanted to add one more task, right? So you wanted to add one more, so they asked you to do some changes, right? So what do? You go here, maybe they're asking you to add one more gold table, so they asked you to find out the customer metrics, right? So assume that this customer metrics is not there. You have developed the customer metrics. Okay, you have developed the customer metrics. So assume that you have developed the customer metrics. Some code you have developed it, some changes you have developed it. Okay, just click on Control S. You have done the some changes. You see, you have updated some changes. Assume that this was not there. Customer engagement metrics was not there. You have developed this code and you have pasted the code here and you saved it. Control S, you saved it. So the moment you save it, you see at one, there is a one changes, one pending changes is there. Someone, you have done some changes in the gold table.sql, right? So what do? You come here, you have done some changes in this particular thing. Old code was like this, new code is like this. You have done some changes here. Once the changes are done, what do? You click on stage the changes. You click on stage. You click on this plus mark. I would like to show you. So earlier, these are the changes. You click on this plus mark, stage all the changes. Then this is staged changes. Now you commit that. You try to provide a message, gold table query added. So some query you added, some message you properly give, and click on this arrow mark, click and commit and push, click and commit and push. So that's how you add your code. So you are adding, so you have done some changes, you are pushing these changes to your GitHub repository. So that means if you go here to your GitHub repository, so you can see here, if I refresh it, that change should be, you should be able to see it. Gold query updated, you should be able to see that change here. It was done by me, Sheikh Saidul. Sheikh Saidul has done some changes at this point of time, and this is what is the change. So everything is properly tracked in the source code management tools. Everything is properly tracked. I'll show you. Okay, it is still taking some time. I don't know why it is taking some time. Right, so you can see why it is some internet issue or something, I don't know. Speed test. No, it is good only, right? It is good only. Yeah, you see, gold table query added, gold table. This is a query. So 1 minute ago added by Sheikh Saidul. So this is the commit. So you click on this one. Hey, one of the guy has done this change. So you will be able to properly track it. So that's how, whatever the development that you wanted to do it, you have done it. And you push it this one. So what is, this is where the DevOps engineer comes into the picture now. Now this is not the activity that you are going to do, sir. A DevOps engineer will take care of it from here. Okay, so whatever the code you have to develop it on a technical front in the data engineering, you have done it and you push it to here. From here to here, deployment, this is where the CICD deployment come into the picture. This is going to be done by the DevOps engineer. You don't need to worry about this knowledge. You don't need to worry about this knowledge, but still I will tell you, you get some knowledge. Okay, this activity you are not going to do in the company. This activity will be done by the DevOps engineer or an infrastructure engineer. DevOps engineer or an infrastructure engineer will be there. They will do it. But we are going to do this one in a minimal pace, so that how the CI/CD will work in the company, we will see it. Okay, until here only your activity will be there. From here to here, CI/CD will come into the picture. That will be done by the DevOps engineer or an infrastructure engineer. Now, what do we do? Sir, any changes at any point of time, any changes are happening. Sir, at any point of time, any changes are happening. I wanted to push it to the repository, right? So look at here, guys. For example, right? So this is your one developer. This is one more developer. This is one more developer. So at any time of time, if any of the developer is updating their code from their local machine, if they are pushing the changes to the GitHub repository, that's where the CI/CD platform will run. CI/CD YAML pipeline will run. So CI/CD. So this is where, what is cloud build? If you ask me, sir, cloud build is the CI/CD platform. CI/CD platform. Sir, what is a cloud build? If you ask me, sir, it is a CI/CD platform. This is what it's a CI/CD platform, sir. So what will happen? So in the CI/CD platform, whenever someone is doing the changes, the YAML pipeline will run. YAML pipeline will run. The YAML pipeline will run, sir. Whenever someone is doing any changes, so the YAML pipeline will run, sir. So whenever any changes is happening, this YAML pipeline will run. So when the YAML pipeline is running, it will take the entire updated code from here and it will push it to the DAG folder. It will sync the DAGs. It will update the DAGs. Okay, update the DAGs in the DAG folder. So this is what will happen. Automatically, this is done by the YAML pipeline. This is developed by the DevOps engineer. Don't have to worry about it. It will be developed by the DevOps engineer. But I am going to show you how it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. First thing what we have to do. So in this particular code only, if you actually look at it, in this particular code only, we have that development code. That is, this is what is the YAML pipeline, sir. Cloud build.yaml. So what is this code will do? Click on this one. This code is very simple to understand. Either you can check it here or you can also check it here, guys. You also have the same thing, maybe here. You also have the same thing here. So that is cloud build.yaml, the same code here also, because you cloned the repository, right? You see, it will not do anything. It will install all the dependencies, right? It will install all the dependencies and run the script to upload the DAGs to the composer bucket. So what is the main thing that we do? Whatever the code that is there here, this entire code that is there here, this code has to be uploaded to the composer bucket, updated to the composer bucket in such a way that they have written some code here. Okay, so and for that one they have to provide the folder name, workflows folder, and the bucket name. You have to specify the bucket name, sir. Which bucket you have to add it? You have to update the bucket name. So that bucket name is what, sir? The composer bucket name is this one. Composer bucket name is this one. You come here and you have to update this bucket. You have to update this bucket name. Okay, you have to update this bucket name. So what do you do, sir? You come here, you have to update this bucket name, otherwise it will not run, guys. So you come here, you update this bucket name, and rest of the code is already there. What it is doing, it will go to this utilities. This is what it is, utilities. And inside that, add DAGs to composer.py, this is what it will run. So this was developed by them only. What it will do, it is uploading the DAGs to the composer, a simple Python code that they have written, and it will write the DAGs to the composer bucket. That's it. This code, you don't have to worry about it. Whatever I have told you, CICD activities are developed by the DevOps engineers only. Don't have to worry about it. So this is not your activity. But for your understanding, if you wanted to look at this code, go ahead and try to explore it a little bit. And go ahead and try to explore it a little bit on the cloud build also. But it is not mandatory for you. Not mandatory for you. So that is what is happening. Okay, so now, so 1 minute, guys. I've done a bucket name is changed already, so that's the reason wanted to. Okay, so what has happened so far? Sir, you come here. If any changes are happening, the updated code has to be taken and the code has to be all right. So updated code has to be whenever there is a changes from different developers. Once the code is updated in the GitHub, what YAML pipeline will do, take the updated code from the GitHub and push it to the cloud composer bucket. So that is done by the DevOps engineer. So that is what we call the CICD platform. What is the advantage? Your code will be, as soon as the code is updated, it will be deployed to the bucket so that it will be running properly. So this is what it is helping you to build the entire continuous integration, continuous deployment. It will improve the delivery cycle. So increase the delivery cycle. So the delivery cycles will be faster. So assume that your code has to be deployed in next 1 hour only. The moment you push it, in the next 1 hour, it will be updated. So that's how the CICD platform is updated. So that's how. Now what we are going to do this one, one simple step that we have to do finally, that is trigger. So this YAML pipeline, when it will run, it has to run whenever there is a changes happening. How it will do, that is where you have to go for trigger. So you have to create a cloud build trigger. So that is what is our final step. We have a composer environment. We just now set up the GitHub. Now to activate to run the cloud build.yaml, as soon as there are any changes, in repository, so that is what, in GitHub repository. So this is what is you have to do it, guys. This is a main thing, guys. This is a final thing, right? So we already have set up, we already have a GitHub. The main thing that is we have to set up the cloud build trigger to, so what it will do, as soon as there are any changes, because it will run the cloud build .yaml as soon as there are any changes in your repository. As soon as there is any changes in the repository, it will run the cloud build.yaml. Once it is run the cloud build.yaml, what will happen, sir? What will happen? All the DAGs gets updated in the composer. All the DAGs and data gets updated in the composer bucket. Composer bucket. This is what will happen. This is what is happening. So that's where you can finally test it. Test your pipeline, test your CICD. This is what is something that it is going to be left. So this is where we are, guys. Only 5 minutes of activity I'm going to tell you finally. So we go to the, now we go to where, sir? We go to the, I'll open the Google Cloud Platform in the next tab. We go to the Cloud Builder trigger. We go to the Cloud Build trigger now. Okay, so let me gonna go to the Cloud Build trigger. So I mentioned here Cloud Build trigger. So you go to the Cloud Build, click on this Cloud Build. So now Cloud Build. So if any changes happening, here is the history, you will be able to see it. You go to the Cloud Build trigger here first. Sorry, you do not have any trigger here. So you click on create trigger, click on create trigger. So you give some name to the trigger. So you're creating a trigger, sir. Click on create trigger. So what it will do, you see here, guys. So a cloud build trigger will automatically starts a build whenever you make any changes to your source code. Whenever you make any changes to your source code, it will start the cloud build.yaml. So that's what will happen. So click on trigger here. So now the trigger name, you can give any name. So I will say add DAGs to composer, some name I'm giving, guys, and then description if you wanted to, right? Hyphen, I guess. Add DAGs to composer. This is what is the name that I'm giving, guys. And what is the event when this trigger gets activated? Whenever there is any changes happening to your branch. Whenever there is any changes happening to your branch, you click on the push to a branch. What is your branch, sir? This is where you have to connect it to your repository. Connect a new repository. And select your GitHub. Select GitHub. If your code is there in Bitbucket, you select Bitbucket also. GitHub, Bitbucket, all of these things are the source code management tools only. Source code management tools only. Now click on continue. You have to authenticate it. For me, it will ask me the username and password. Those username and password, I'm providing it in the next tab, guys. I don't want it to showcase my username and password. I have entered my username and password. You see, I have entered my username and password. I'm clicking on enter. Okay, because my credentials already saved here. I'm clicking on enter. It is taking some time to, okay. Let us wait. What's happening? Yeah. So it is automatically authenticated because I have provided the username. I don't want it to show you. So that's the reason I have provided. And my repository name is this one. My account is Saidul Johnny 2. In this one, I have plenty of the repositories are there. You can select any of the repository. Our repository is a GCP retailer project. GCP retailer project. You can click on connect. Already you have a GCP retailer project here. Select that GCP retailer project. GCP retailer project. And for branch, you select any branch, guys. Any changes to any branch. Any changes to any branch. And configuration, which one it has to run, sir? It has to run the cloud build.yaml. That name of the file is cloud build.yaml. My file name is this one, sir. My file name it has to run is cloud build.yaml. The file name you have to select properly. Okay, click here, cloud build.yaml. Then you select it here. That's it. You just go down, click on the service account. You go down, click on the service account, click on create it. That's it. Set up the trigger. What we have done, sir, let me click on edit one more time for you, show you guys. You select the name and region, event, and your repository and cloud build.yaml. YAML file you select it, and you just mention the service account, click on save. That's it. Once you select everything properly, that's where the cloud build.trigger is created. Cloud build.trigger is created. That means, sir, if I do any changes to my repository, that means it will automatically run. Yes, of course, it has to run. Sir, can we test it? So if you go to the history, do you see any changes here? No, sir. No changes today. 26. Today is 28, sir. I don't see any changes today. So what I'm going to do, I go to my repository. Assume that I have to update something here. Assume that I have to update here something. Assume that you added something somewhere, you saved this file. You added some space here, you saved it. So you go to, you see, someone changes something in the silver table, some space is added. So then click on save, stage the changes, go here, updated the code, you give some message and click on this one, click on commit and push. The moment you click on commit and push, that means there is a changes to your repository in the GitHub. The moment there is a changes in the GitHub repository, you should come here and you should see some change here. Let us see. Let us wait first. It's not coming. Why? You see here, guys. There is some trigger is running already. So your trigger name is this one. It is running already. Add DAX to composer. That particular trigger is running already. You go inside the trigger. You go inside the trigger. See, build a summary, Python, installing the Python, this one, according to your code only, according to this code only. So it will install the dependencies, run the Python code. That is what happening. So install the dependencies, run the Python code. So once Python code is ran, all the files are uploaded to where, sir? All the files are uploaded to the GSys composer bucket. Right, sir? Earlier, if you go to your composer bucket, in the composer bucket earlier you do not have anything. Right now you see DAGs are updated. Just now you see March 28 441, like 5 to 10 seconds before only. Similarly, if you go to the data bucket, so in the data you have BQ DB ingestion, you see here. So this is what. So earlier, if you guys remember, when I was running the BQ, maybe PySpark DAG, I have given the bucket name, the GS colon bucket name data, all of those things, right? So this is the path like that. Now you see this bucket name inside that, in the data folder, you see in the bucket name data folder ingestion, you have the files, right? So this is how you can able to go for. Now, if all of these things are available already, then automatically if you go to the Airflow web server, it will start executing the code already. Parent DAG will start executing the code also. You can go to the Airflow web server. You open the Airflow web server now. Okay, and now you choose the Airflow web server account. Okay, you see already the parent DAG, all the DAGs came here. Already all the DAGs came here. Parent DAG is already started running. You go inside the parent DAG. Okay, parent DAG is already started running. Maybe I'll stop this one and I'll restart it, guys. I'll stop this one. Okay, I'll stop this one and I'll restart it. I know why it is failed. It's because that by the time the parent DAG is uploaded, the rest of the DAGs may not be uploaded. So that could be a problem. So I've stopped it. Now let me run it. Let me run it freshly. So in front of you, I'm running it. Let us see. So the moment I trigger the PySpark, because you don't have to trigger it, tomorrow at 5 a.m. it will automatically run. Okay, scheduled at 5 a.m. It will automatically run it tomorrow. That's how it is scheduled to run. So if you see, it is already started running it. Earlier it was failed, but it is now it is started running it. That means if you go here to go to the PySpark DAG, click on the PySpark DAG. So the first task, that is start cluster, is running. That means if you go to the cluster, it is started running now. Earlier it was stopped, right? See, if I refresh it, it should be starting. You see, it is starting. So that's how the cluster will start first. Once the cluster is started, all the jobs will be submitted. Then once all the jobs are completed, then it will stop the cluster, right? Let us do it. Let us see it, guys, one by one. Let us wait for some time. Meanwhile, now tell me, guys, if anyone have any questions. So someone is saying GKE. In some companies, they use GKE. Yes. GKE is not for the data engineering projects. They use it for the application projects, application development projects, not for this one. Very rarely they use GKE for our projects. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Anyone? Anyone have any questions? So once the cluster is running, then you will be able to see it. No, you don't need to add two projects, both two projects. Yes, any one project you can add it and you can go for an interview. Okay, one project is enough for 2 years, 2.5 years. Okay, both projects, if you put it, you can put 3 years and all. Okay, yeah. Not only these two projects you have to explain in the interview. This is not only this project I have explained, right? I have covered like some 10 plus use cases I have covered. You can actually explain those things also. I have explained some 10 plus use cases also, right? Maybe in the data proc. Case study 1, this is itself, it is a simple project. Case study 2, itself, it is a one simple project. End-to-end patch pipeline, this itself, it is a one simple project. Data flow, use case 1, end-to-end streaming pipeline, right? So all of these things, you can able to go ahead and explain it. In the Databricks also, I have explained one end-to-end workflow also, right? So go ahead and explain those things also. Don't only keep these things, right? So that's where you can go after 4 months, 4 years, 5 years also you can explain it. Yeah. The cluster is still starting. Let us wait for some time. The cluster is now running. So you can see here, guys, I can go inside the cluster. Once the cluster is running, the job has to be submitted, right? You can click on the job. And I see the job, one of the job is already started running, you can see. And you can also go inside it to see the logs also. You'll be able to see the logs also here. See, successfully read the config file, started running already. Oh God. 1 minute, guys, 1 minute. I actually wanted to do small change, but I forgot to do that. I just wanted to do one thing, that is I should have actually, yeah, anything, that's fine. Anyway, let it be running, guys, not a problem. Let it run. Or maybe 1 minute, guys. Let me do one thing. Let me stop this one. Let me stop this one. I just wanted to do small change. I forgot to do that. Okay. So do you want me to do it or not? Or let us run it like that. If we don't do it also, that's not a problem. If you don't do it also, that's not a problem, guys. I shouldn't have stopped it. Okay, maybe let me do one thing. The one thing is that I'll go to the BigQuery, because if we already have all the tables and everything, so that means it's already there, and it will again we will not be able to see it whether it is creating or not, right? So that's the reason I'll try to drop everything, and so that we can able to see, right? If it is already available, how come you get to know that it is creating it or not? So that's the reason I just wanted to delete it. Okay, otherwise you will not get to know it whether it is creating it or not, right? So that's the reason. Let me start delete everything, and we will try to recreate it. So the job is stopped, right? So I'll just go here and rerun it one more time. I'll rerun it one more time. By parent tag, I'll go here and I'll stop this one, and I'll rerun it one more time, because you'll not get to know whether it is creating it or not. Even the cloud storage also, I have just gone to the cloud storage also. I have deleted everything in the landing layer. Okay, I have deleted everything. You see, in the landing layer, you do not have anything. If you go to the landing layer and you do not have anything, I just made sure that it is not there. Nothing is there, because how come you get to know that everything is creating or not, right? So that's the reason. Now I come to the parent tag again. I'm running it. Let's see this time. I'm running it one more time. And this time the cluster is already ready. And because the cluster is already ready, and that will be a good thing. So I'll go here and I'll look at the PySpark DAG this time. So the cluster is already ready. It's directly going to the PySpark task one. So let me go to the this one. Let us wait for here only. You'll be able to see one by one. All the tasks are success or not. You'll be able to see the status here. Okay. Yep. And meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, you can ask me, guys. Meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, you can ask me. All of these things will take around 5 minutes, and this time it is failed. Why? So if it is failed, you see, it is up for retry. That is nothing but it is failed one time. So you can click on it. You can click on logs and you go to the logs and see why it is failed. Click on the wrap and you will be able to see. Um, so this particular staging and okay, error details. Google Cloud Data Proc Agent reports failure. Logs are they can be found. Right, I see this is not a problem of the cluster. It is a problem of the cluster. We can also go here. Okay, I see that there's a problem. This is failed here. One of the job is failed. Let me go inside it and let us see here also. And as per my expectation, this is a problem of the cluster, not the problem of the job. Okay, so okay. Template. Oh, sorry. One more thing that I forgot, guys. I think we should actually do that. Meanwhile, let me stop this one. I forgot one thing. I'll tell you. We deleted the data sets, sir, but we did not created the data sets. If the data sets are there, if the data sets are not there, how come it will create the tables? Forgot that step. Actually, let us do that. Let me stop this one also. So what we have done is that, so we deleted the data sets, but we must have the data sets, right? Bronze data set and temp data set, gold data set and silver data set, silver data set. Let me click on create data set. Now let us run it, guys. I'm really sorry for this one. I forgot it. We must delete it. Otherwise, we cannot see whether it is creating or not. But I forgot to create the data sets. Now it will run, guys. Everything. Now it will run everything. We can check it out. Okay. Now everything will run. Let us see. So it is started already. The cluster is running already. So this time it is started running. And let us wait for some time. Everything will be done now. Meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, you can ask me, guys. If anyone have any questions, you can ask me, guys. So it will be running one by one. And once it will run the PySpark DAG, then it will go for the VQ DAG also. And if everything goes wrong, you click on this DAG and you'll be able to see the logs also. That's how you find the logs and errors. So that's what we do. Okay. Yep. How do we know that the company are working on which project? You never know it. The companies are not ready to expose their projects. Okay. Every company will have their own or rules and regulations that they will not expose their projects to anyone, and what are the tools that they are using, who is their client. They will not expose such kind of an information. That is confidential. Okay. Yeah, you will only get to know the domain, or domain it is finance domain or production domain or healthcare domain or a retailer domain. So these domains only you'll get to know. The actual project details you'll never know until you join the company. So look at here, guys. Task 1 is successful. The task 2 is started running already. The task 2 is running. Let us wait for some time so that the task 3 also will start after the task 2 is successful. These tasks we already run it, guys. You remember, right? These tasks we already run it at that point of time. It ran successfully, right? It should also run at the same time. It is just we are ensuring that our workflow orchestration tool and CICDs are working fine or not. That's it. If everything goes good tomorrow onwards, the developers will develop the code. Automatically, it will be deployed. Developers develop the code and they will push it to the repository. Automatically, it will be deployed to the Airflow and all, wherever it is required. See, the task 2 is also successful. The task 3 is running. The final task, task 3 also successful. The final task, that is stop cluster, is started running. So that means it should stop the cluster also now. Okay, so if you can go here, now the cluster should be stopped board. It should be stopping. You see, the cluster is stopping now. See, earlier one was failed, right? And later, last time, last 3 jobs are successful. One is for retailer, one is for supplier, one more is for the API. All the jobs are successful. Perfect, right? So if you go to here, this cluster should also be stopped, and then we can able to, it will go to the BQ DAG now. Once it is also successful, then it will go to the BQ DAG. It is stopped already. So that means this should also be successful in maybe in next 1 or 2 seconds. Okay. Right. It is also successful. That means the BQ DAG will start running now. You can go to the BigQuery DAG. So you see here, guys, BigQuery DAG branch tables are running now. That means if you can go to the branch, in these data sets, we have just created it, right? So if you can see, some of the bronze tables already created. If you can see, gold tables are not created yet. Silver tables are also started creating. 1 or 2 tables are started creating already. That means silver is running now. As per this one, it is not getting the details properly. Okay, it will take some time. The auto refresh is taking 25 seconds, so it will be lag of 25 seconds. Right? You put 5 seconds, you'll be able to see the changes faster. Now the silver tables are running, you can see. So that means you can also go here and you see refresh the silver. You should be able to see more tables now. Oh, there is some change. There's some problem. Oh, silver tables are facing some issue or what? I don't see issue any issue. I don't see any issue here. Let me refresh this page in the BigQuery. Let us refresh the page in the BigQuery. Usually for this project, 3 to 4 developer data engineers will work on it. 3 to 4 data engineers. And silver, you should be able to see all the silver tables also created. Then finally gold, guys. Finally gold. The gold not started yet. Right. So let's see. Okay. So if you can see here, The bronze table successfully ran, but I don't see why it is still taking much time. I don't understand it because it is ran successfully already. Yeah, okay, it is now done. Silver tables are created properly. Now gold tables are running. Perfect, right? So now the gold tables, okay. I don't know why the interface is little clumsy. Oh, gold tables ran successfully, guys. Gold tables ran successfully. If you go here, click on this refresh contents in the gold, you should be able to see all the gold tables: customer engagement, customer review summary, performance, sales summary, supplier analysis. So all the tables are here, and you'll also be able to see the data. You'll also be able to see the data, supplier analysis and sales summary. And you can also go to the sales summary and preview the data. You should be able to see the data. Perfect, right? So this is what we have done it, guys. This is how end-to-end project with all the things, guys. Metadata driven approach, historical data management, and incremental data loading, as well as we have also followed the error handling, exceptional handlings, and loggings, everything that is implemented, guys, that is required for a project. Okay, so this is what is the whole and soul project for this thing. Tell me, guys, now anyone have any questions? Everything is created end to end. The only thing I just wanted to tell you finally is that if everything is working for you, you just go and delete all the resources, because these resources are costly, guys. Cloud SQL instances also. So whatever the instances, whatever the things that you have created it, try to delete it, because these are very costly, I'm telling you, right? So maybe first to go to the airflow environment. First to go to the airflow environment and you try to delete it. Okay, so just click on delete it, and I'm deleting it. And similarly, cloud build also. Cloud build, go to the triggers and try to delete it. These are very costly, guys, I'm telling you. Trigger. And for the Dataproc cluster also, go to the Dataproc cluster and delete it. And similarly, Cloud SQL instances, go and delete it. Cloud SQL supplier DB instance,